Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Good to see you.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Win.
Hi, Meg.
Hi there.
You had a little
Hi,
bit
Jane.
of Portuguese.
Hello.
I win.
So, welcome. Welcome to the Indigo Live. And it's going to be another interesting one. And yes, we've had a series this year and started with Garnet Dragon telling us how to overcome the difficulties that are in our path and see ourselves on the other side of things, healthy and happy and cured of all sorts of whatever. And then we had Scarlet, which I don't think we did in English. No, we didn't. We didn't do Scarlet. Scarlet, we did. We did. Okay. So we did Scarlet, who was talking about letting go of the past, not bringing anything into the future or into the now that doesn't serve us anymore. So, and now we've come to the Indigo, which is intuition. Indigo is joining us today to connect us with our inner tutor. So intuition, inner tutor, getting everything connected on the inside, because we create our reality from our thoughts and our emotions, and can align ourselves with our highest good and everything that we want in our lives. That happens first on the inside. There's a cat. I think a cat or a baby. And so the information from Indigo is we have more than 400,000 thoughts per hour every day. The mind never stops. The mind drives everything that we do. And so we have to train this mind to do what is better for us and to create the new normal in our lives. So training this, he's helping us to connect with this inner tutor who is going to help us to train ourselves, connect with the heart and the mind to make the decisions that are best for our lives.
Interesting, because it made a difference. It's not one of your masters, it's not one of your guides, your inner teacher. It's something completely different. It's somebody who encourages you to learn, somebody who, when you go to sleep at night, you go into classes, and you're not necessarily born with it. You could be somebody that along the line you respected, you admire, it's in another plane, it's not in this plane, and you actually ask if you can be the pupil of this master. And that's what we're going to do today. So as every dragon live that we do, we connect first. So I'm going to ask you, closing your eyes is optional, but we always go deeper when we do. So we're going to focus our attention in our heart. And check, how is your heart? If you had some sort of face, would it be a smiley face, a sad face, angry face? Right? And once you know your heart, send a ray of light to the center of the earth.
From your heart to the heart of the earth.
Gaia. The heart of Gaia, a big crystal that is in the center of the earth.
And make that connection as strong as you possibly can. And on the way, you can discharge any feelings, any emotions, any thoughts that you want to let go of. Just feeling that being recycled by the beings of the earth.
And we bring this connection to the heart again. And we send a ray of light to the center of the universe, source, original source.
The heart of the cosmos, the source of all creation. Connecting with our guides, the Dragon Healing Team, Indigo Dragon,
your guardian dragon,
and just connecting all of those connections inside you. We're going to create your schoolroom inside your heart with all of these guides from the cosmos, from the angels, archangels, from the dragons, from the earth and the elemental beings. And as we do that, we're going to say the dragon invocation. We are loved, we are blessed, we are healed, we are united with our divine selves. We are filled and surrounded with love and light. We are filled and surrounded with all of our guides. We're free from fear, free from pain, free from all interfering vibrations. We call on our higher selves and the Dragon Light team to lead us to our perfect place of self-expression. A place of love, a place of light, a place of peace. A place where we can reach our highest potential. And so be it.
So keep your eyes closed. And usually find yourself in a beautiful place in nature. Find your spot. And find a tree where you can lean against a tree or against a big rock. And absolutely comfortable. And you wait for the arrival of your inner teacher. And as this being approaches, do notice what this being is wearing and send a ray of light. And make sure that this being stays inside the light. If it disintegrates or disconnects, you call in the next inner tutor. So we are in this place in nature with the eyes closed, waiting for our inner teacher to arrive. The first one has turned up. And if it stayed on the light, under the light, we're going to carry on with this being. At this point, you have the choice of calling in somebody else. Could be a particular master that you feel closer to. Could be somebody, a writer, a painter, a genius, philosopher, that it's on the other side, and that you really want to learn from this being. Invite and ask, do you want to be my teacher? And I can see that for all of you, you got a yes. So, this new teacher and your other inner teacher, they lift their right hand and they start to send light into your heart, awakening the ability to feel, to know when your heart is trying to tell you something. Awakening the ability to hear your heart.
And to hear your soul. What's your soul's mission at this time on the earth? Where does it want to go? Sometimes we stick ourselves very much in the rational and don't listen to what the soul really wants to do. So at this point, you're giving yourself permission, your soul permission to connect with you, and with this teaching, to expand your potential. It's quite possible that some of you have fulfilled your life purpose already. And if it's the case, choose another purpose now. Ask for the next one.
Something that would interest you, would make you passionate about life, about creating.
That feels good.
Then both these new teachers, they direct their hands to your head. And as they do this, they're going to enhance your ability to hear your inner teacher, and to help the heads to hear the heart. And as you arrive into your head, it's full of people in there. You might find your teacher, your mother, parents, godparents who told you to be a really good girl. You need to be a good girl. And you might want to shut that one up. so that you can allow yourself just to be yourself. You might find other voices that will tell you that you are not allowed to express your intelligence because people will be challenged by you, especially men. So if you have this one, we're going to remove this voice so that you are allowed to express your truth. You are allowed to disagree. You are allowed to be intelligent, brilliant.
There's no should in this inner teacher's world. We're all treated as equals. And everything that comes up, you have full permission to question. Why? Why do I need to know that? What's going on? Is there something else that I need to know? Investigate.
You might find another voice that will tell you to shrink so other people can shine. Another one that we will delete. So you can fully express yourself. Remembering that between the heart and the head, we have the throat chakra, which is about expressing your truth. It's expressing who you are. And we have the third eye. With this exercise with your inner tutor, he's kind of removing stones, blocks, so that you can see more into your future.
Imagine more. Imagine is very important, the imagination. And then putting the feeling into the imagination of what it's really like to have co-created a piece of your life. Moving on to the next phase, being more creative, being more satisfied, being more inspired on a daily basis to do things your way, to be yourself, to become more whole.
If you were told that children were not meant to be heard and implied also not to be seen, preferably, that's another one that we're going to remove so that our voice can come clear and strong. If you're used to be told by your parents or by other people what you need to do, what you need to wear, what you need to study, it's possible that the communication between heart and mind got a bit blocked because you learned to behave by what you were told. So at this moment, you are regaining sovereignty about your life.
And regaining your ability to make choices that feel good for you. This is one of the things that children lose when the parents make all the decisions. They stop making decisions for themselves, or decisions become very difficult. So the baby indigo moves in here with, I know what I want. And sometimes we have to explore a lot of things that we don't want first to really know what we do want and to reconnect with that inner being, your inner self, your inner teacher who's supporting you through these rooms and all of the guidance that's coming to us through the dragons, these teachings.
We're now going to find 5 people each that we are trying to please. We're trying very hard to please these 5 people. Could be an institution as well.
And just hand them back their power.
Find the 5 because that's the average. Some people might have 4, but some people might have more than 5.
You can test how many people you're carrying just for compassion.
And as you identify from each one of them, you get your power back, the power to be yourself. The ability to please yourself.
And bless them all for the lessons that you have learned with them. And just imagine them completely supported, standing on their own feet and getting everything that they need. It's not your responsibility anymore.
And why is Indigo doing this meditation today? Because at this moment you've been bombarded with news, with information, some completely different than the other, all in the form of some sort of authority telling you what is true. And we have to navigate in the sea of this information. This information is coming from the media, it's coming from authorities, presidents, prime ministers, from everywhere. And you need to be able to hear your heart. You need to be able to hear your head, to be able to filter what is right for you and stay in that truth. So we're going to call the dragon titanium to create a shield that will help you filter the information that doesn't serve you. And this filter is being installed at the moment. Some people are getting a megaphone installed in the heart, so you can really, really hear what the heart has to say. Loud and clear. And we're going to get the download of the ability to listen to the heart. We're getting the download of heart and mind being able to compromise with each other so that you can establish your own truth. And you know it's your own truth when you don't need to argue with anybody to defend it. It's yours. It doesn't matter if you think differently. You're not trying to persuade anybody to think like you.
truly expressing your individuality and your creativity from the heart.
And we're going to have a look at which face is in your heart now. If you had improved from the first time you looked at the heart, if you had a smiley face, a sad face, angry face, annoyed face. And you're going to raise your right hand as if to receive something. And you're going to receive a gift from both your teachers or one of your teachers. And as a good dragon student, we ask, what's this? What is it for? What am I going to do with it? Where am I going to put it? Why did you give me this? Get information from whatever you got. You're going to put your hand like this and receive a gift from one or two teachers. You actually are going to feel a little weight in it. It's a sense that you have something in your hand. And you ask, what is it? What is it for? What am I going to do with it?
It could be a song or a music.
Stone. What kind of stone?
Stone, something that helps. What sort of energy does this stone have?
Might have a key. A key for what? What am I going to open? Which is the door? A sword. What am I going to do with a sword? What for? Get information. Stay with the first phrase that is into your heart, in your mind. And we're going to thank our new teacher and our forever teacher, that it's in our hearts. Remember to visit every now and then, to hear, knowing that you are learning in your sleep. Remembering to filter the news. It doesn't matter from who.
It doesn't matter. And train yourself to, when you wake up in the morning, to have a positive affirmation for the day. Like, things always work out for me. This day is going to be good. Start the day with good thoughts. Start the day aligning your mind, this crazy mind we all have that goes around at a million miles an hour. Just focus on, it's going to be a good day. I'm going to get through whatever I have to get through. I'm going to have fun. Giving yourself that positive information for the morning times, which helps the day go a lot better. Instead of waking up and thinking about all our worries and our things to do list and all the rest of everything. No, I'm going to have a really good day. Let's do it.
And we thank those two teachers. And slowly we come back into the heart, into ourselves,
Into the now.
into the now. Comfortable with who you are, the way you are, the body you have, the age you are, comfortable with your intelligence and your ability to reason with anybody without fear.
Can you feel you can breathe a lot more deeply now? It's just opened up all those channels through the heart. You can breathe down to your toes. And just allowing that mind, heart, and body connection to work together. Creating positive, enjoyable, happy person, happy time for you now, present. Be present in the present.
Come back slowly
from that glow. Indigo energy. You can grab your notebooks when we're finished and write down any insights that you might have had during this time. The oracle is always within. The oracle cards are within.
So I just want to make a public acknowledgement here. Because in our dragon cards have just been published. And Isha, thank you very much for all the help and support. We translated in both languages, in Portuguese and English. And of course, we don't have a date to do anything in English yet. But we had 2 teams working on getting the perfect message from each dragon. And we had Indigo earlier on, didn't we?
We did.
Anyway, and the teams were very dragony because nobody, when the energy wasn't right, we would have one that would scream. And everybody positioned. So we only closed the cards when about 10 people were happy with what was written on the back of the cards with the oracle.
So we had people who were very good English, and we had people who was very good Portuguese, and we had the 2 teams bouncing off each other.
And we had people without any.
And we had people with no dragon experience at all to see if it made sense to them. So that was really, really good.
So thank you, Isha, for your patience. And thank you all for bringing in your wisdom. We can unmute.
Anybody got anything to share?
Sorry, I was late.
Sorry for the cat at the beginning.
That was obviously part of it.
Raquel, can you unmute?
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Oh, I think we're all muted. Oh, there we go.
There you go. You're not muted.
Thank you so much, guys. I really loved that.
I hope that from now on, you are able to travel, navigate through
whatever. Yeah, the day-to-day is just creating your bubble, your own reality, and how our attitude to what is happening forms whatever we're feeling, so just getting into that, right? Don't
One
take
question.
it too seriously. Yes, please.
I saw a green dragon at the beginning of the meditation. It wasn't our host, I guess. It was another dragon. So
one of the main reasons for Indigo to turn up now was because of the mess around news around COVID. And the dragon who's dealing with health is the green dragon. So that not only you hear about the information from your heart, but if you need to hear about what is good for you, green dragon can be a wonderful tutor for you to navigate these times. If you are being bombarded there in English, you can't imagine what's happening in Brazil. It's absolutely insane. It's crazy with, you know, Minister of Health saying this is nothing. We have a president who is calling this the little flu and whatever. And so you just see in front of the television and you just go,
Yeah. And the television just tells you how many people died every day, not, you know, how many people are getting better or how many treatments are working or not working. You just get the really, really worst of the worst news. And they find the people with the most suffering to put on, you know, to show them talking about how much they're suffering. And this is what's been broadcasted into the field, if you can imagine, into the collective consciousness. So
one position that I did because of Indigo was we actually don't have a clue if our president is right or wrong. Only time will tell. Because he didn't want the vaccination, he wants everybody to catch the virus and have the antibodies, and that's his position. And I just stopped and said, what if he is right? What if he's right? We will only find out this in about 2 or 3 years. You know, nobody can say, oh, he is this, he is that. We're just going to have to watch. So he's the only one that I know that in the planet who's doing this one thing after another. That is absolutely shocking. So I hope that it will benefit all of you from listen to all that, and from now on with internet and whatever, we have even more disinformation, an ability to disinform. So we have to find another source. And when you work with the dragons through the connection, you make your own truth, and that's what's true for you. And you kind of go, you find the middle way that's, you know, for your highest good and for the highest good of the planet, which is always their intention. We all evolve and learn from this situation and become better people on the other side of it. So. And Leticia, try talking to Dragon, because we mentioned a new teacher. So I don't know what you do, but have a conversation with Green Dragon when you can.
Yeah, I think he showed up for a reason.
Yeah, usually.
So, everybody well? It's so good to see some of you. We haven't seen for ages. Glad to know that you're not a figment of my imagination. Everything's a bit blurred now. Yeah. So we're going to finish as we usually do. We finished beautifully, Anto, while I put the music on. Okay, so putting our hands over our head. With gratitude, 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 gratitude for everything that we have, everything that's good in our lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With respect for ourselves, for one another. With love, lots of love, unconditional love. As always, with the dragons. Lots of enjoyment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And hugs, yes. We're all missing hugs.
See you very soon.
Yeah. Thank
Stay
you.
well.
Thank you.
Stay well.
Ciao, Yvonne.
Ciao. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.